Now you know I broadcast this early because I wake up around this early. 7 o'clock in the morning. Whoop-de-dee-doo, right? I wake up around about 12 o'clock in the afternoons. Really, tell you the truth. And I'm just really going to sleep a couple of hours ago. So if I fall asleep because of my medications, because I had just took them at 7, then I'm sorry. But bear with me. And you know how I be doing this now. Watching YouTube stories as I broadcast on my YouTube channel. So subscribe, click the link below on my YouTube channel if you like this broadcast. If you don't, click the thumbs down. And if you do, click the thumbs up. Trying to get all the subscribers I can get. So please help me out with that, viewers. So, let's jump into it.
The scars are part of my everyday life for me now. Nothing new about that. They seem a bit big.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, KEIRA METZ. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with KEIRA in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt that all was lost, until KEIRA gave him a new lead. The crones of Crookback Bog.
She's beautiful. I'm filled with such joy. I don't know what they have in mind, but I don't care. There's another person here. Someone to touch, to look at. Someone that I know is real. Someone that might be able to help me get out of here. I'm too excited. My mind is racing. Where did she come from? What should I do? I jump up and walk over to her. I touch her shoulder and begin to talk to her. Hey, hello, wake up. Her eyes blink open and she focuses on me. She's terrified. I don't know what she's been through, but she doesn't share my enthusiasm for being with another human. She screams and cowers in the corner of the room. I tried to calm her down, but...
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
I say as calmly as I can. I'm on your side. I'm with you. Please, calm down. Are you okay? Do you know where we are? She just stays curled up in the corner. Listen, I've been here for so long. I don't know what this place is. Do you know anything about any of this? Do you know who's keeping us here? Are there others where you came from? Do you know your name? She only responds with a quiet, panicked sob. We're in this together. We're together here. You don't need to worry. We'll be okay. We'll figure this out. We'll get out of here, okay? We'll get out of here. My words mean nothing. I realize that she may need some time to get a grip on reality. So I go over to the vent and give her time to calm down. She will be okay. I hear her come from down within the vent. She just needs time to get used to this. saying. I feel like the sound of my voice suits her a bit though. So, I keep talking. I tell her about my experience here, starting from when I first woke up. I try to relay every detail I could think of about my time in this prison. Eventually, she comes up to me, and I feel amazing. The warm, soft skin of her new body, hugged up against me, is different than anything I've ever experienced in this hard, cold room. I run my fingers through her hair, and she moans softly. We sit there on the floor together for hours. I know now that she understands. It's me and her against whatever this is. Whatever happens, we're in this together. Despite this completely messed up situation, I feel a lot better. Days continue to pass. Scars start to fade and no new ones appear. The food comes and now we've been given the luxury of having a place to use the bathroom. This girl and I have gotten very close. We've actually made love a number of times. She's my everything now. I swear if they try to take her away from me, I don't know what I'll do. We lie on the ground, kissing now. We just made love again and it was beautiful. She trusts me. And I her. I would never hurt her. And I would never let anyone else. I love you, I tell her, as I kiss her hair. She smiles and repeats it back to me. I know that she understands its meaning. I can hear it in her voice. As she drifts to sleep, I promise myself that I'll get out of this room. It happens. I wake up. She's gone. It was only a matter of time. I just made myself believe it wouldn't happen. I cry. I scream. I go to the vent. What did you do to her? Give her back to me. I hit the vent and scream. Don't worry, says the voice I'm so accustomed to. She's okay, she's just a little noise. What do you want? To see. I'm confused. I'm upset. There's no point in fighting. My master, he has control. He has my will. But why would he tell me yes? I beg him back. I tell him I'll be good. I'll do anything he wants. I tell him I won't try to leave or hit the walls or do anything bad. Just please, please let me be with her. Please. Soon enough, he says back to me, almost mocking me with my words. Please, I scream. I cry. I beg. I can't do this without her. I know it.
I asked him,
To be
how
with
do
her.
I get my love?
She told me I will do
So when they wrote,
everything.
You've got to. Why you been following me?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Lost in oh so. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon. And this be the witch bit. Freak of nature. Pick more in her. Ouch.
I see
want to talk?
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I'm a witcher.
What of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
Ugh. Hello, my viewer.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I've met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Spike Isle? You gotta tell me.
It's where Millie, Finch and Faulkner, they rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me, since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Maid must have gave it. I ran out the tower, hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
Remember, I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Spike Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing. You couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? Why did it stay behind to bury her? I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Spike Isle.
Those are her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
Looks like like rain. And now she's free.
I run for that tree. I know she's there. I know she is. When I finally get to it, I see that she's already halfway up. Wait!
A girl in plated flowers. Looks like a small shrine.
She motions me to come up with her. I'm still scared, but I realize that I can't let myself be. I have to stand up to these people. These assholes. I go for it with everything I have. Together, the both of us boldly make our way up the tree. We go higher and higher.
Run, Roach.
Finally, we close to the top. She gets to the top and she gleams up the sky. I look on her face. See an expression.
Come on now.
Giddy up.
I feel a pain unlike any I ever felt in my scars. I don't think anything's broken though. If it is, I'm too worried about her to focus on it. She's crying and holding a leg. I check on it, but she seems to be okay. Something is different about her though. Maybe it's from the light, or from hitting the dirt so hard. But the skin seems rougher. She's dirty now. I am too. I finally stand up and take it where we are now. We fell in mud. Dirt and mud. We have bruises.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
But at least we're free. At least we have a chance. I look up over the wall we just climbed, proud of our accomplishments. Then, I hear something. A bit off from us, I see another building. A large, saucer-shaped building with a mechanical door that just opened. We walk over to it.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now? Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was its source?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a Pesta. Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice? You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
The tone of their skin is much lighter than ours, and their digits seem to extend much longer. They are like us, there is no doubt. But there is something very different. One of them approaches us. He walks within about 15 or 20 feet of us and stops. He looks at us intensely. All we can do is stare back. When he finally speaks, It hits me hard. This man that I'm looking at face to face, he is the man from the vents. He is the voice that has kept me, locked me up, and tormented me for so long. He is my only friend and my only enemy. What have you done? He says to the two of us. I can't tell from his large, black eyes if he is more upset or sad. You have ruined everything we've done for you. Screw you, I shouted him. We're not going to be your slaves anymore. He stares at us in silence for what seems like minutes. He looks back to his peers, still inside the building.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
I don't know what to say.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
I won't have to go back to the way things were. That's all that matters. He walks back to the building and shuts the door.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favour you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Did you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
I'm starting to feel uneasy now. I'm hungry. And for the first time in my life, I have no food. There is no dispenser. There is no machine. There is no magic tray waiting for me. It's just me.
Say,
What do you need? Tell me.
a man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
The way we live is terrible. We get dirty now. We get hurt. Whenever we
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
We have to kill animals that roam around here and wear their skins just to keep warm. We feel stupid, dirty,
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free, this the Pella knows. Not to fear, how to reward one for their aid, this too the Pella knows.
back in my head. I tried to talk.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
I know that no matter what, we love each other. It helps you make it through the day sometimes. I've grown so close out here. She's pregnant now. So we've been working hard to try and build a nice shelter for her carrier. It's hard, but I know we can do it. A lot of nights, she breaks down. I hold her head, stroke her hair as she cries.
Drowners and Warhag. My favorite.
Joined everyone else in laughing and pointing at me. My rage got the best of me, and Jeremy and I were soon throwing punches at each other. After the teachers broke up our fist fight, we were sent to the principal's office. Long story short, I would be spending my Saturday at school filling out worksheets instead of playing video games.
Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well.
And my mother, rather unpleased to be up so early, dropped me outside the school doors at 8 in the morning. I walked in and found my way to room 1-2.
Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well. Leftovers, cuts of meat, cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that. Package still intact. Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how KEIRA will explain this one.
Come on.
Just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal raffination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine. Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you, but you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
Grinding metal and hissing steam coming from somewhere in the building. Everyone froze.
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
That came from the cafeteria.
If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost.
Why the hell would someone
Now don't interrupt.
Nick asked.
The cane begins pathos.
Maybe she got hungry. Maybe she's getting the illustration. You'd be the first she'd throw in, I replied, playing along. But in reality, I was rather unnerved. Why would she start up the ovens right now? Surely she could have just packed a lunch. Maybe she actually enjoyed eating the greasy shrimp and cardboard pizza she always served for lunch. We tried to go back to our work, but at this point, it was impossible to try and concentrate again, even for the quiet girl. We finally decided that we should send one person outside the room to check if the coast is clear.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... KEIRA, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother. I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Vellum. So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
Waiting for him to return. A few silent minutes passed. The suspense grew unbearable. I was about to tell the others.
Sounds tempting.
There's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
Let's get out of here, Jeremy said. He pulled the door handle. The door wouldn't budge more than half an inch. He could turn on all the doors, but they were stuck. What the hell?
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes. But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
No, give me a Gatorade, I'll be back.
My chances behind the cabinet
and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
curious. We celebrating something?
Yes, a return to the living. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
I closed my eyes as the lunch lady passed over me and brought down a wrench upon Jeremy's head. He cried out in pain. She hit him again. His blood spewed all over the walls and ran down to the floor. She kept hitting him over and over again. I vomited.
Why are you even interested?
Because I grasped the importance of the studies conducted there. In the wrong hands, the findings could do immense harm. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends? With benefits. So?
I was tied to a chair. I squirmed for a few seconds, but the rope was strong, and I could hardly move at all. Sighing, I gave up and examined my surroundings. No one else was in sight. The chairs and tables were set out in the usual fashion. I could hear the kitchen equipment still running in the back. Awake, eh? A voice called out. I bent my head back.
Your fairy tale, your rules.
Really?
But the lunch lady was
Then close your eyes and count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's enough.
But the ropes were as tight as ever. I then sat still.
KEIRA, want to play hide and seek? Why not?
After a minute or two, the lunch lady came out. She was carrying a plate covered with a napkin. Did you have a nice nap? She asked me with that disgusting accent. I remained silent.
Shame. Could have kept her shoes on.
She set the plate on a nearby table. You know, I could have killed you too. But out of the goodness of my heart, I decided to spare you. On top of that, I even cooked you a delicious meal. I remained silent. So what? I get no thank you?
Found me.
Is that how I'm treated?
Congratulations.
Is this how I'm paid for sweating away in a hot,
Do I get a
dirty
prize?
kitchen all day?
I've nothing on me.
She paused.
But I'll think of something.
You know, I've worked this job for 19 years, and you turds are all the same. You come in line, you take your food, you walk away, and no thank you. You say, ew, she's smelly and weird. Forget that she cooks us delicious lunch. Well, that is over now. No more. I remained silent.
Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Pushed my chair to the table.
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. Bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear.
My beard shaved. I was trying to go back.
She set a fork on the table next to the plate. I have made you a delicious lunch. You will eat now. She pulled off the napkin, and I gagged. I had to turn
KEIRA,
away.
where?
Sitting in the middle of the plate was an enormous
Put me to
sausage.
sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something.
Don't tell me the bitch got my shoes.
Eyes and ears.
Fike Isle, the tower.
She commanded. No, I can't do it. I was growing sick again. You eat or I hit, she said to me, holding up the wrench. I looked at the plate again, and I nearly vomited. I can't do it. I can't do it. She brought the wrench right down upon my head. I screamed in agony. Eat, she commanded. I picked up the fork. My head pounded with pain. Tears ran down my face as I cut off a bit of the sausage and stuffed it. I chewed it up and swallowed it down. Good. Finish it all. I shook my head, sobbing. She brought out the wrench in my head again. I cried out in pain. Eat! She shouted. I took another bite, and another, blinded by my own tears. Whenever I paused, she would raise the wrench again, and I would keep eating. It took all my strength to keep it down in my stomach. When I finally had swallowed down the last bite, she took the plate. Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now that you have had your lunch, I will have mine. I looked upward as she raised the wrench in the air one last time. When I closed my eyes, I really don't want you to see me like this.
You need some interests. Alexa, play Alex Dance playlist.
Playing Alex playlist.
That's dance music. Alexa, play Pep Rally by Missy Elliott.
Really?
Perfect. I got a little something for you.
This is beautiful. Does this mean I'm going to be here next week?
Let me see what you got.
Ever take away my goddamn healthy drink? Where? Bitches.
I'm sure we've all heard of Disney, right? That adorable mouse, and all the other lovable characters. Well,
A
as a
light.
child,
My
my favorite
favorite
was
tower.
Pinocchio. It always appealed to me. The simple fact of him wanting to be a boy was charming and yet strangely unsettling. I mean, what would he do to become a boy? I also found his growing nose amusing. Apologies, my name is Brian, and I used to live in a little town in Oklahoma that was known as VAville, which is French for Old Town. I used to live near some people who loved Disney, and I knew they loved it. So much so that they
So, found what you were looking for?
they seemed like
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
but from what I heard from other people, they were strange. All they talked about was Disney. I even heard of a guy who...
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line. But I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all.
popped up on the news as, well,
Geralty poo. Wipe that frown off your face. Or I might think you don't like me anymore.
this time, my brain had a different idea. It told me that all of what they were saying was crap.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears.
I did get scared, and I couldn't sleep those days.
Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
But this isn't a murder mystery. This is about a rather strange encounter I had at a pub. Why I went there won't be explained, so keep listening.
You're either incredibly gullible, or you're trying to play me again.
Whatever do you mean?
Radovid has one objective: to defeat Emir. Curing Catriona, stopping the plague, won't help him do that. So he'll either burn you at the stake with those notes among the kindling, or he'll make you use them to create a weapon.
Don't be ridiculous. Bacteria cannot be controlled.
Not yet. But it's possible in theory, isn't it?
In theory, it's just as possible for a dachshund to impregnate a she-wolf. I don't have time to debate this, Geralt. I'm going to see Radifid, whether you like it or not.
I really want to say this one, but I might go with this one, or I might go with that one, but...
KEIRA, I won't let you do this. Thousands of lives in exchange for your amnesty might seem a fair price to you, not to me.
I'll not give you these notes. I'll not give you anything.
Please, don't make me.
Shut up and draw your sword.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Yeah, I don't wanna... I would rather not fight her, because she was really big help in helping me at the end. So, yeah,
Searching for
I
the
wouldn't
witch
want to do
Ciri
that.
quarreled with,
But
Geralt
if I have
ran
to fight
into an
that
old
bitch,
friend,
yeah, I would fight her.
KEIRA METZ. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri, it seemed, had taken shelter.
I didn't even know that was an option.
The Witcher set off to find it, with KEIRA in tow.
To be honest,
Ciri had never reached
I can't even
the
hear my
elven
TV,
age,
to be
yet
honest.
the
I don't even
wild
really
hunt
know what they're
had.
talking about.
The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed.
Sorry about that, guys.
The Witcher felt
I'm
that
gonna have
all
to see
was
that scene
lost,
over again.
until KEIRA gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
10 minutes to get everything ready. I made sure of my surroundings, and then I set off. Like I said, I didn't live very far away. Maybe like a block. I mean, if I were to stand on a very high thing, then I would be able to see the house. Anyway, as I walked there, I seemed to be having flashbacks of the guy who died. I felt something uneasy in the air, and that uneasiness only seemed to rise as I grew closer to that old, rotting place. I didn't know what to expect out of the house. A rotting piece of trash? Yeah.
And that's gonna load it right here. I'm not gonna real that, but they want this battle. They want it, I'll give it. I don't mind killing her, man. If I can. I ain't never fight this girl. I don't know what her powers are. But I know the Trapper Witch. You got to think like one. Come on. I know damn well I can't trap that bitch. She ate a fucking, yo. Come here. You crazy little bitch. Why am I trying to use that? That's the thing. Like she's very Why are we doing this anyway? Well, I had that shit out. That thing is powerful. You don't stop disappearing. my god, that's getting annoying. If she don't... Fucking girl! Keep your ass still. Okay. You getting on my damn nerves. Gotta hurry up and end your ass. Watch you burn, bitch. It takes fire. I don't give a damn about my life, cause you're about to die. Oh yeah, move. Come on, hit me. My turn. Okay. Alright. Do you see me wearing a protective shield? Do you think I'm scared right now? You think I'm scared? Come on, keep on throwing. Oh, you little... Yeah. He's coming right there. Keep on appearing. Yeah, let's go. Yo. They really didn't trust you. I never did. Bitch.
Didn't have to end this way.
Realizing I had the camera, I snapped a picture. It lit up the character's deformities, which was not good for my stomach. It was weird. I seriously thought I was going to puke right then and there. But
You know, I can't kill all the people that... I mean, yo, I let y'all start the fight, but for real though, like I said, I need her. So, what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna fucking read it out.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, KEIRA METZ. Sorcerer is told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find him, with KEIRA in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt that all was lost, until KEIRA gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
nothing was behind me, just dead-air space. I wiped the sweat from my forehead with the back of my hand. I threw some light where I was looking, just to make sure that nothing was there. And sure enough, there was nothing. I had to shake my head and stay there for a second before I carried on. I then went back to the living room and took a right. I scanned the hallway, which seemed to be in the worst state. The paint was peeling, the ceiling dripped down at one point, and it seemed like the whole roof would collapse at any second. I shone my flashlight into it, and it seemed to be untouched. But everything back, the walls were still gorgeously painted in a light green.
I feel safe before I post it. Then I could go
So,
back and
found
rewind
what you were
time
looking
instead of
for.
fucking her.
Yes, thanks for asking.
Because he is taken for fuck's sake.
Keep well.
I want him to be faithful this time. And I made the mistake and fucked her ass. My dumb ass. Luckily I saved where I did, so I could start the whole thing over if I wanted to.
What do you want with those papers?
Why, I aim to use them to continue important work that a man's tragic death put on hold. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
I lifted it to my nose and smelled it. It was awful.
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like a dog someday. Don't see me laughing. I'm going to see Radovid, tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
This is suicide, KEIRA. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me.
I thought that all this crazy paranoia stuff would stop.
See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, KEIRA METZ, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more. Not one day. I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
I went all over the room. Some of it hit me in the face, and of course, I repulsed back. What the hell is happening? I finally snapped. I couldn't take this anymore.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
Yeah, kinda. So before I go, I'll need you to hand me those notes.
All right, take them already. Farewell, Geralt. Or rather, see you soon.
did figure out what had caused that goop. Remember how I said I used to live there? Yeah, that's the reason I moved. I was scared. I had to flee. Flee fast. Now that I sit in my home, recording this, I realize now why they might have moved.
What is help? Help is the...
I loved horrifying images. Pictures that can make one feel uneasy or utterly terrified.
Faster.
The thinking customer seems right to have the best deals this side of the pond. She was in a rush. Must have left something. What of it?
Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Not here for the loot. Interested in the sorceress who lived here.
We're supposed to believe that.
Yeah.
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down. All mages are fair game.
Yeah, they round them up like rats.
Someone's got to know more.
I'd look for her in the Putrid Grove.
Putrid Grove. Interesting, as names go.
A hive of scum and freakery if there ever was one. No decent folk show their hides there.
That why you think I should look for my friend there?
Oh, I meant no offence.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumour has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities.
You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly, though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief and follow him. Beggars and thieves got to pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars have a king? Crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
And watch yourself. Menga himself don't even go to the grove.
Someone called for me. Wonder why.
It's Menga.
Temple Guard.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws.
But by law, the Temple Guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad. You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
What's your point?
I ask the questions, Witcher. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them, Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now, but just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake, it's inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it, and when I do, it'll be standard procedure. Like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
Nigga said he talked to himself for years. What the fuck?
Airbrush. I've never known Triss to use one like this. Herbs, roots. Let's turn to healing.
And for people who don't play this game, yes, the beard does grow. Boo-hoo. If you've never seen some shit like that in the video game, get used to it, because I remember when I first saw it, I was like, damn, that is awesome.
Triss's. She was allergic to potions.
Just wait till I become a video game creator. I'm gonna create some shit so fucking awesome. Y'all gonna forget about this other shit nowadays. But I'm gonna wait till, 2020 till I come on the scene. I ain't ready for not game development. Nobody is. But what is this?
Rose of Remembrance. All dried up.
Casket? Fuck. I get the little mini fucking casket. Sorry, I got a little sleepy, yo. Medicine trying to kick in a little better. And it takes up to an hour for it to work and another hour for it to get in your system real good. So basically 2 hours and all for it. But at least for me, at least, because I've been taking medicines for 23 years. So that ain't really surprising to me. My body doesn't react to the medication the first time I take it in that hour of time frame it's supposed to be in. Oh shit! Oh. Oh. Wait a minute, there's something around here I'm supposed to be looking at. What does this say? Can't translate that. What do I got that's so heavy? Did I ever get these swords?
Half an hour before the appointment was scheduled, my sense of duty won out.
This thing boss.
And made my way to the psychiatrist. In the
Oh
office,
yeah, I think I got that sword.
in the reclined chair. Dr. Ridley, or Pauline, so desired, began to
Oh, this thing tight.
about many previous incidents. I could remember only one. In 8th grade, I was tormented by visions of a small girl in a pink dress. Her straw-like hair dangled into her face. The bits of flesh that clung to her face were completely absent about her mouth. She would chase me, her exposed teeth chomping at me ceaselessly as I ran myself down and collapsed. She would laugh and stab me to death with a large, bloody kitchen knife.
Oh, deepest apologies, Governor. Fetch some metal, wretch.
Dozens of stabs still finish me hard. Her laughter was intense.
I've been robbed! Thief!
Harder to counter. But after a short time, the vision stopped. She smiled, calmly asked me to explain everything about what was going on in my head now.
What next? Discretionary tribute to benefit
Exile. She did exactly as I expected. She sat, nodded, scribbled something down rapidly. Studied my face, scribbled, nodded, and explained all the way through my story.
It can't be.
I almost hoped she'd stop me in the middle of my story, ask other questions.
Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Geralt of Rivia's enough. What is it?
A man came to me a few years past, paid me to keep a book for you, said you'd come for it one day.
Who was he?
He didn't introduce himself, but the book has a red cover, that I remember. I'm sure I've not sold it.
All right, see if I can find it.
And perhaps glance at the others while you're at it.
Surprised I was. I was still bitterly disappointed. I knew I had a problem. And
Be glad to look over what you got.
Almost. I was still in love with my children. I sorted out the pile of them on the floor and taped them up again. Their blank eyes, their big smiles, made me feel so welcome. I opened my computer to be greeted by the hills again. I smiled and produced a small USB drive from my desk drawer. I plugged it into my computer and opened it. There it was. Math. I would never trust my computer to hold all of my children.
This, I was like, what the?
I would have lost them. The folder they deleted only had a fraction of
Can I please get this one? And I know I just spent $200 on that book, but y'all don't understand. I got a fascinating. I just love vampires. That's what I'm gonna say.
Anytime else. Yet tonight, something felt wrong. faces glowed unnaturally, and their blank eyes stared into me somehow. I began feeling uneasy as I made my way through the folder. Every so often, my eyes picked up on text that would appear in the middle of the photos. The one phrase that kept repeating was, "Why, Father?" The more I scrolled and browsed my children, the more my blood began to chill and my skin began to crawl. Other text began to appear. "We loved you. We trusted you. And Father, love us," popped up with increasing frequency. I don't know why I kept scrolling.
The merry adventures of Muriel the lovely harlot, adorned with humorous engravings.
When I reached the bottom, the last photo was of me.
Interested in books? You don't look the
I'm
scholar.
interested in selling books. I forgot I can have books.
Let's see these books of yours.
My lips were peeled back in mirth to expose long, discolored teeth. It was beautiful, brilliantly executed, and it made me scream.
This is a real fucked up situation if I can't sell my books, man.
I didn't.
I can't sell my books for sure now.
What actually happened after that?
Oh, that's fucked up. And I have so many books to sell, alright.
My mind completely
Oh,
derailed.
sorry.
The photo on the screen twisted and contorted at grotesque angles.
I can only buy books, but I can't sell them, man. At least not to you.
And shouted in a tremulous and human voice.
I need to read all my books and sell them to some dude that I don't really. Just the dude I need to see.
What?
We do not love you anymore,
Sick of it all.
Why are you laughing? We bellowed. They laughed and screamed, and their blank eyes
Just a nigga I need to see.
Their faces drew closer and closer to mine. I knew it had to be a psychotic delusion, but
Top-notch swords?
how could I be sure? I scratched at my face madly before digging my
Master-crafted armor. Think you could make me some?
Ooh, I did get my journeyman's papers, but I've yet to make anything akin to a masterwork. You might try in Velen. A dwarf there goes by Fergus. He might help. Guildsmen claim there's no one better anywhere south of the Pontar.
We don't love you. You should be laughing.
Show me what you have in stock.
Father. I laid in a wretched agony for what could have passed as an eternity. I went to rub my eyes before I realized that they were still in my palms. I chuckled as I tossed them out of my hands. I'm not sure when my neighbor had come into the room. He was a middle-aged widower that wasn't usually home. I have no idea why he had come. I felt his eyes burn with agonized concern. He murmured uncontrollably, begging to know what I had done, why I had done it. All the typical things a caring bystander would ask. What life I had left now was going to be miserable, dark, and cold. The only exceptions were the images I had created. I smiled. I leapt up, grabbed him by the neck, choking the life from his body, as I whispered through a mirthless grin. Why not laugh, child? Why aren't you laughing? I laughed. Mirthfully.
Willing to craft something for me?
Amazon app, and the inspiration for the perfect gifts is all around you. That amazing book your friend keeps telling you about? Your mom will probably love it. Just scan the barcode and buy it with one click. Or add it to your wish list and come back to it later. Once you hit buy now, you can get regular delivery updates so you know exactly when it'll arrive. The Amazon app. What are you looking for?
So long.
Think of love.
Well, well, look who's here. The White Wolf himself in my humble establishment. How can I be of service?
How's business?
Really? That's the best you've got. That's like asking a fisherman if they're biting, or an old gran about her health. Business is booming. There's profit to be made from war, provided you've the know-how. Before Nilfgaard had even crossed the Pontar, I'd contracted for insured deliveries of wood and iron from Kovir, reaped a 7-fold return on my investment.
Nice.
So you might think. But then there's the non-human poll tax, the church's tithe, war taxes, and my overhead. Subtract all that and you're left with a pittance, a dozen or so chests, and no more.
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
What am I to do now?
That's the armory over there. Oh, armory. Ooh.
Top-notch swords.
Willing to craft something for me? So long.
What I just did is I just gave the dude my money like a banker. Yeah, I wonder how I got that money. Never played this game, so.
That you.
Truth is, we're already dependent on bonds, economically.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Guards! Pickpocket!
Things are generally tidier back in Caldina. Arms for the poor. The threatening strife, the games of peace.
I've heard
Not the Witcher just once and you're done.
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh? My mum's sick, and if I don't feed her, well, she's like to die of hunger.
Here.
Thank you, you gold-hearted man. Care to hear me tell a woe?
Some other time. I'm in a hurry.
Arms for the poor. Good morning, Burns. Drums by here, cheese like cool bells, begging to be seen.
Ah, Fabian, it's unhealthy this year for wenches.
Well, it's all I ask for. Eternal fire, keep me safe.
Don't touch it.
The butcher and black again. Eternal fire, keep me safe. How's business?
Officer, taking a rest from witch hunting. Greetings, Your Honour. Good to see you again.
Bring us the usual.
Of course. Keep this up and you'll earn yourself a preferential rate.
Good, I enjoy shagging freaks. 3 teased wenches at that.
Open up.
Who are you and what you want?
I'm sorry, guys. I ain't had no rest. I've been up all night. I went to sleep around 4 or something in the morning. Good. Yeah, I didn't get no rest. I had to wake back up at 7 or something. My mom woke me up at 6 something, so 4, 5, 6. Come on, man. Alright. I'm sleeping. I love it. Just woke me up at 6:59. I'm not going to say. Really should be going out.
Hi.
Farewell.
I fared just fine without your wishes. Don't come again.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this broadcast down. I'll start another one when I get back on live. I'm gonna go ahead and get this rest. Do something.